Hi guys. Welcome back to ChargeGoEv, the home of everything electric in South Africa. Before we get into today's video, I want to quickly shout out our brand new website, letschargesa.com. Head over there and you will find a charging cost calculator so you can work out exactly what it costs to charge your car at home, a car comparison tool where you can compare electric vehicles side by side, and a fun little quiz to help you figure out which EV is the right one for you. The link is in the description below. Now, let's talk about something that is happening right in front of our eyes, and I am not sure enough people are paying attention to it. South Africa is being flooded with electric cars right now. I mean properly flooded. Late last year, we had the BYD Dolphin Surf break the price barrier and become the most affordable electric car sold. Then the Geely E2 came in and pushed that price even lower, to the point of having a waiting list of around 600 people. The Dongfeng Box long range cut the price by 150,000 rands. The iCAUR just launched this week. And the Chery Q is taking pre-orders. The question everyone keeps asking is, and we have heard this question since 2023, is South Africa ready for electric cars? And my honest answer is this: we might not be ready to drive from Johannesburg to Cape Town on a single charge and not worry about it. But for daily driving, for charging at home overnight, we are already there. All you need is a wall plug or a home charger, and that is something most South Africans already have. You charge it while you sleep, like your phone, and wake up to a full battery every morning. Today, we are looking at every electric car you can buy in South Africa for under 1 million rand, right now, in 2026. BYD Dolphin Surf. The car that started it all. 2 trims, comfort and dynamic. Price, 341,900, comfort. 393,900, dynamic. Battery, 30 kWh, comfort. 38.8 kWh, dynamic. BYD blade battery, lithium iron phosphate. Real-world range, around 180 to 200 kilometers, comfort. Around 240 to 260, dynamic. Power/torque, 55 kilowatts/135 Newton meters, both trims. Top speed, 130 kilometers per hour. AC charging, 6.6 kilowatts. DC fast charging, 30 kilowatts, comfort. 40 kilowatts, dynamic. 30 to 80% in 30 minutes on the dynamic. Vehicle to load, yes, both trims. Airbags, 4, comfort. 6, dynamic. Boot, 230 liters, expands to 930 liters. No frunk. 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating. At this price. That is remarkable. This is a city car built for home charging and daily commutes. If that is your use case, it delivers everything you need. Geely E2. Currently South Africa's most affordable electric car. 2 trims, Aspire and Apex. Price, 337,900, Aspire. 389,900, Apex. Battery, 39.4 kWh, lithium iron phosphate, both trims. Real-world range, around 280 to 300 kilometers, based on the WLTP figure of 325 kilometers. Power/torque, 85 kilowatts/150 Newton meters. Top speed, 130 kilometers per hour. AC charging, up to 7 kilowatts. DC fast charging, up to 70 kilowatts, 30 to 80% in 25 minutes. Vehicle to load, yes, standard on both trims. Airbags, 6, standard. Boot, 375 liters, expands to 1,320 liters. Frunk, 70 liters. China's best-selling car of 2025. More range, more boot space, faster charging, a front and rear-wheel drive, all for less money than the Dolphin Surf. The waiting list of 600 people says everything. South Africans want this car. Dayun S5. The smallest car on this list. 2 trims, standard and VIP. Price, 399,900, standard. 449,900, VIP. Battery, 31.7 kWh, ternary lithium-ion. Real-world range, around 270 to 300 kilometers. Power, torque, 35 kilowatts, 105 Newton meters. Top speed, 100 to 115 kilometers per hour. AC charging, up to 6 kilowatts, about 4 hours from a home plug. DC fast charging, up to 30 kilowatts, 20 to 80% in under an hour. Vehicle to load, not confirmed for South Africa. Airbags, 2, driver and passenger. Boot, compact, in line with its size. No frunk. Sold in over 20 countries, over 35,000 units on the road globally. This is an honest city runabout for short daily commutes. If your trips are under 100 kilometers a day and your budget is tight, it does the job. Just be aware of the 2 airbags. Chery Q, coming soon. Pre-orders are open. The car has not launched yet, but we have the key specs. Price, not yet confirmed for South Africa. Pre-orders open from 5,000 Rand deposit. Expected to come in under the Geely E2, potentially the most affordable EV in the country when it arrives. Battery, 42.7 kWh, lithium iron phosphate. Real-world range, estimated 300 to 350 kilometers based on the battery size. Power and torque, 90 kilowatts and 115 Newton meters, rear-mounted electric motor, so rear-wheel drive. Charging, 6.6 kilowatts AC and 85 kilowatts DC. Vehicle to load, expected, Chery has mentioned V2L for the Q. Airbags, not yet confirmed. Boot 375 and frunk 70L. Rear-wheel drive at this price point is impressive, same as the Geely E2. The 42.7 kWh battery is bigger than anything else in the budget class. This could be the most exciting budget EV to land in South Africa. Dongfeng Box. 4 trims available, but let us keep it simple. Entry trim and long-range top trim. Price, 459,000 Rand, entry E1330. 519,000 Rand, top spec E3430. Battery, 32.6 kWh, entry. 43.9 kWh, top. Both lithium iron phosphate. We are focusing on the long-range 430. Real-world range, the brand advertises 430 kilometers using the Chinese CLTC test. The WLTP equivalent is closer to 310 kilometers. Expect real-world range of around 260 to 290 kilometers. Power and torque, 70 kilowatts and 160 Newton meters, all trims. Top speed, 140 kilometers per hour. AC charging, up to 11 kilowatts. DC fast charging, up to 70 kilowatts. Vehicle to load, yes, up to 3.6 kilowatts. Airbags, 2, driver and passenger only. Boot, 326 liters, expands to 945 liters. The box looks great. The V2L is a big plus for load shedding. The long-range trim is currently running a promotional price to make it more accessible. For full pricing and current deals, check the Dongfeng website or head to letscharge.sa.com. Dongfeng Vigo. 2 versions, E1 and E3. Price is 499, thousand rands to 579,000 rands. Battery 44.9 kilowatt hours and 51.8 kilowatt hours. Range 300 kilometers, 340 to 350 kilometers WLTP. Charging 6.6 kilowatts AC and a very strong 167 kilowatts DC. Power 120 kilowatts. Torque 230 Newton meters. Top speed 150 kilometers per hour. Front wheel drive. Boot 500 liters. Airbags 6. Wheelbase 2715 millimeters. And yes, V2L. Now you're moving out of just city driving. This starts becoming a proper usable SUV for longer trips. Group 2, mid-range, 500,000 to 800,000 rand. BYD Dolphin. The bigger sibling of the Surf. 2 trims, standard range and extended range. Price, 539,900, standard range. 599,900, extended range. Battery, 44.9 kilowatt hours, standard. 60 kilowatt hours, extended. BYD blade battery, lithium iron phosphate. Real-world range, around 270 to 300 kilometers, standard. Around 350 to 380, extended. Power/torque, 70 kilowatts/180 Newton meters, standard. 150 kilowatts/310 Newton meters, extended. Top speed, 160 kilometers per hour, standard. 180, extended. AC charging, 6.6 kilowatts, both. DC fast charging, 60 kilowatts, standard. 80 kilowatts, extended. 30 to 80% in approximately 29 minutes. Vehicle to load, yes, both trims. Airbags, 6, standard. Boot, 345 liters, expands to around 1000 liters. No frunk. Proven on South African roads since 2024. The rotating 12.8-inch touchscreen is one of the nicest in its class. The extended range variant gives you genuine confidence for slightly longer trips. A well-rounded, well-supported choice. GWM Ora 03. We will look at entry and top trim. For more information check out GWM website. Trim and price. Entry 300 Super Luxury at 686,950 rands and top trim 400 GT Ultra Luxury at 835,950 rands. Battery size 300 Super Luxury, 48 kilowatt hours, lithium iron phosphate. And 400 GT Ultra Luxury, 63 kilowatt hours, nickel manganese cobalt. Range, WLTP 300 Super Luxury, 310 km 400 GT Ultra Luxury, 400 km. Power and torque, 126 kilowatts max power and 250 Newton meters max torque on both. Top speed, 160 km per hour across both models. Charging, max AC charging, up to 11 kilowatts both trims. Max DC charging, 64 kilowatts for the 300 SL, and up to 67 kilowatts for the 400 GT. A 10% to 80% charge takes roughly 50 to 60 minutes. Vehicle to load, V2L not confirmed for South Africa specification. Airbags, 6 airbags standard. Drivetrain, front-wheel drive. Boat size 228 liters and when rear seats folded, 858 liters. The quirkiest car on this list, and proudly so. The Ora 03 looks like nothing else on our roads. It has a 5-star Euro NCAP rating, loads of standard kit, and strong home charging capability. The new Ora 5 coming soon. GWM Ora 05, a compact SUV. This car launched on the July 3, 2026. Price and trim: Ora 5 Super Luxury BEV Atto 529,900 and Ora 5 Ultra Luxury BEV Atto 599,900. Battery options available in a 48 kWh for the 300 series or larger and 63 kWh capacity battery for the 400 series. Range up to 310 km WLTP on the smaller battery and up to 420 km WLTP on the larger 63 kWh battery. Power 126 kW and torque to 250 Nm. Top speed limited to 150 km/h. AC max charging supports up to 11 kW AC via a 3-phase home wall box or public destination charger. DC max charging supports up to 120 kW DC fast charging, replenishing the battery from 30% to 80% in roughly 20 minutes. Standard cargo space 362 liters with the rear seats upright. Maximum cargo space expands to 1060 liters with the 60/40 rear seats folded flat. There is no front trunk. Instead of sitting on the metal body, the rear LEDs light up directly through the glass, keeping the exterior look clean and seamless when turned off. It just launched, you can go check it out. iCAUR V23. Brand new in South Africa, launched end of May 2026. 2 trims, RWD and AWD. Price 519,900 RWD. 669,900 AWD. Battery 59.9 kWh RWD. 69.8 kWh AWD. Real world range around 240 to 260 km RWD. Slightly more on AWD. The brand quotes 360 km NEDC, WLTP equivalent will be lower. Power and torque 100 kW and 180 Nm RWD. 155 kW / 292 Nm AWD. Top speed 140 km/h. AC charging up to 6.6 kW. DC fast charging 85 kW to 104 kW. Vehicle to load, yes. Airbags 6 standard. Boot 320L. This is the lifestyle car. Retro boxy, customizable, different grille designs, roof racks, wheel options. It is the car you take to the brae and get asked about all afternoon. If cool factor matters to you, the V23 delivers it in abundance. iCAUR 03T. The other iCAUR launch, same event, different character. 2 trims, RWD and AWD. Price 639,900 RWD. 699,900 AWD. Battery 65.7 kWh RWD. 69.8 kWh AWD. Both lithium iron phosphate. Real world range around 270 to 300 km RWD. The brand quotes 431 km NEDC, WLTP equivalent is lower. Power / torque 135 kW / 220 Nm RWD. 205 kW / 385 Nm AWD. Top speed 150 km/h. AC charging up to 7 kW. DC fast charging up to 85 kW, 30 to 80% in 30 minutes. Vehicle to load, yes. Airbags 6 standard. Boot 450 liters, expands to 1238 liters. Multiple off-road drive modes on the AWD. This one is aimed at the person who wants an EV that feels like a proper SUV. Geely E5. Geely is back, and serious. 3 trims: Aspire, Apex, and Apex Plus. Price: 699,900 Aspire, 759,900 Apex, 788,888 Apex Plus. Battery: 60.2 kWh Aspire and Apex, 68.4 kWh Apex Plus. Lithium iron phosphate. Real-world range, around 340 to 370 kilometers. WLTP figures, 430 kilometers Aspire. Power and torque, 160 kilowatts and 320 Newton meters, all trims. Top speed, 175 kilometers per hour. AC charging, up to 11 kilowatts. DC fast charging, 160 kilowatts peak. Vehicle to load, yes. Airbags, 6, standard. Boot, 461 liters. A proper compact SUV, this is the full upgrade: more tech, more space, more power. BYD Atto 3. The most proven electric SUV in South Africa. 2 trims, standard range and extended range. Price: 699,900, standard range. 783,900, extended range. Battery: 49.9 kWh, standard. 60 kWh, extended. BYD Blade battery, lithium iron phosphate. Real-world range, around 260 to 280 kilometers, standard. Around 330 to 360, extended. Power and torque, 150 kilowatts and 310 Newton meters, both trims. Top speed, 160 kilometers per hour. AC charging, 7 kilowatts. DC fast charging, 80 kilowatts, 30 to 80% in approximately 29 minutes. Vehicle to load, yes, 2.2 kilowatts output. Powers home appliances during load shedding. Airbags, 6, standard. Boot, 440 liters, expands to 1,338 liters. No frunk. On South African roads since 2023. Tried, tested, and well supported. The rotating 12.8-inch touchscreen is a signature feature. V2L support at this price point is a meaningful bonus for South African households. If you want reliability and a proven track record, this is your benchmark. Top range, 800,000 to 1 million rand. If you're still here, I truly appreciate it. What surprised me is just how many EVs we actually have in South Africa. I always thought it was just a handful, but it turns out we're spoiled for choice. Alright, let's dive into the final 7 choices in this premium range and see what makes each one stand out. Mini Aceman. Mini Aceman is available in South Africa in 2 main variants. Mini Aceman E, 800,000 rands, and Mini Aceman SE, 892,000 rands. The E features a 42.5 kWh battery, while the SE packs a larger 54.2 kWh battery. Range 305 km WLTP claimed range. Expect a real-world combined range of roughly 230 km to 250 km. The SE offers a 406 km WLTP claimed range. Expect a real-world combined range of roughly 300 km to 330 km. Power and torque 135 kilowatts and 290 Newton meters. And 160 kilowatts and 330 Newton meters for the AC. Top speed is 170 kilometers per hour. AC charging, up to 11 kilowatts, is almost equal to 4H15 for full charge on AC. DC fast charging, up to 95 kilowatts, almost equals 30 minutes for 80% top-up. Boot size 300 liters. 1005 L seats folded, The Mini Aceman does not support V2L, vehicle-to-load, capability. It comes with 6 airbags standard. Cool features is the 9.4-inch OLED central display. Mini Cooper SE. The Mini Cooper SE, launched in South Africa in November 2024 as the brand's entry-level electric hatchback. It comes in 2 trims. The Cooper E, priced at 802,000 rands, with 135 kilowatts of power and 290 Nm of torque. The Cooper SE, priced at 892,000 rands, delivering 160 kilowatts and 330 Nm. Both trims use lithium-ion batteries. The E-trim carries a 42.5 kWh pack, offering around 310 km WLTP range. The SE trim steps up to a 54.2 kWh battery, with up to 362 km WLTP range. AC charging at up to 11 kilowatts, taking just over 5 hours for a full charge. DC fast charging at up to 75 kilowatts, reaching 80% in about 30 minutes. Boot is 211-liter, expandable with rear seats folded. Comes with 6 airbags. The Cooper SE is a compact hatchback, designed for city agility and style. The Aceman, launched later in March 2025, is a crossover. The Dongfeng 007. It launched in South Africa in December 2025, with 3 trims. E1 530 at 799,000 rands. And E1 620 at 859,000 rands. And E2 540 AWD at 929,000 rands. The E1 530 carries a 56.8 kWh battery. The E1 620 and E2 540 AWD both use a 70.3 kWh pack. The E1 530 offers about 451 km WLTP, the E1 620 stretches to 527 km WLTP, while the E2 540 AWD delivers around 459 km WLTP. The E1 530 produces 160 kilowatts and 310 Nm, with a top speed of 180 km per hour. The E1 620 steps up to 200 kilowatts and 320 Nm, reaching 190 km per hour. The flagship E2 540 AWD unleashes 400 kilowatts and 640 Nm, sprinting to over 200 km per hour. AC charging 11 kilowatts and 200 kilowatts DC ultra-fast charging, taking the battery from 30 to 80% in just 26 minutes. Boot space 400-liter boot, with 6 airbags. One standout feature is the 43-inch tri-screen digital cockpit, stretching across the dashboard, giving drivers and passengers a futuristic, immersive interface. Alfa Romeo Junior Electrica. The Alfa Romeo Junior Electrica launched in South Africa in late 2025 as the brand's first fully electric model. It comes in 2 trims, Electrica and Electrica Veloce, priced from 799,900 rand and 999,900 rand. Both trims use a 54 kWh battery pack. The standard Electrica offers about 407 km WLTP range, while the sportier Veloce trim delivers around 334 km WLTP range. The Electrica produces 118 kilowatts with 260 Nm of torque, reaching a top speed of 152 km per hour. The Veloce steps up to 207 kilowatts and 345 Nm, sprinting to a top speed of 200 km per hour. AC and DC charging. Charging is flexible, with 7 to 11 kilowatts AC, and up to 100 kilowatts DC fast charging, taking the battery to 80% in around 40 minutes. Comes with about 400 liters of boot space. Comes with 6 airbags. The Junior Electrica also supports vehicle-to-load capability, allowing you to power external devices directly from the car's battery. Alfa's canonically digital cockpit, a 10.25-inch driver display paired with a matching infotainment screen, blending Italian design flair with modern EV technology. Volvo EX30. The Volvo EX30 starts at about 835,500 rands for the entry-level single-motor core trim and goes up to R1,000,000 for the top twin-motor performance trim. The entry model has a 51 kWh battery with 344 km WLTP range, while the flagship twin-motor performance uses a 69 kWh battery with 460 km WLTP range and blistering acceleration. Power, torque and top speed. Entry core, 200 kilowatts, 343 Nm, 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.7 s, top speed 180 km per hour. Top twin motor performance, 315 kilowatts, 543 Nm, 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.6 s, top speed 180 km per hour. AC charging, up to 11 kilowatts, is almost equal to 6-8 hours for full charge depending on battery size. DC fast charging, up to 153 to 200 kilowatts, is almost equal to 26-28 minutes for 80% top-up. Rear luggage capacity, 318 to 400 liters, seats up to 1000 liters with seats folded. Front trunk, 7 liters. 6 airbags standard. Minimalist Scandinavian interior with a single 12.3-inch central touchscreen that integrates driver info and infotainment, a unique design compared to rivals. The charming Deepal S07 made its debut in South Africa in October 2025, with a selling price of 995,900 rand. It's offered in just one trim level, keeping things simple. Under the floor sits a 79.9 kWh battery, giving you around 500 km of WLTP range. Performance is solid. You get 238 kilowatts of power and 420 Nm of torque, with a top speed of 180 km per hour. Charging is flexible, 11 kilowatts AC for everyday use, and up to 150 kilowatts DC fast charging, so you can top up quickly on the go. Practicality is strong too, with a 500-liter boot for luggage and everyday gear. Safety is covered with 6 airbags. And the standout feature, that panoramic smart glass roof, which can switch between clear and shaded at the touch of a button, a blend of luxury and futuristic design that sets the Deepal apart. So there you have it. Let me give you the quick version. Under 500,000 rand, your options are the Chery Q, the BYD Dolphin Surf, the Dayun S5, and the Dongfeng Box and Vigo Ora 6. The Chery Q is incoming and could shake up this whole bracket. 500 to 800,000, the sweet spot. You have the BYD Dolphin, the GWM Ora 03 and Ora 05, both iCAUR models V23 and 03T, the Chery E5, and the BYD Atto 3. Something for every taste and every driving need. 800 to 1 million, Mini Aceman and SE, Dongfeng 007, the Volvo EX30, the Alfa Romeo Jr., and the charming Deepal S07. The point of all of this is simple. South Africa now has a proper EV market. The question is no longer whether EVs are ready for South Africa. The question is whether South Africa is ready to stop hesitating. That is it for today's video. Now I want to hear from you. Which car stood out for you? Which price bracket are you in? Drop it in the comments below. I see every single one, and I genuinely look forward to hearing which car you would go for. And if this video helped you, please share it with someone who is thinking about going electric. That one share could be the thing that helps them make the switch. Head to letschargesa.com to compare these cars, calculate your charging costs, and find your perfect EV match. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay charged.